again. Who's a nerd? I too am a nerd, and for a long time that was not really an issue, and then someone decided to make it a thing you have to prove. They're like, prove it. Nerd cred, prove you're a nerd. And at first I was like, that's fucking annoying. But then I was like, wow, look how far we've come as a group, right? Like, because to start with, nobody wanted to be a nerd, and now it's so popular, some asshole's making rules. Right? I'm like, has anybody told the person doing this? I'm like, you realize you're trying to make it exclusive to join a group of people that are naturally socially awkward. It's like, what would the rules even look like? You need to be difficult to be with at parties. You need to know how many times Jeffrey Combs appeared on Star Trek. 43. You need to know who Jeffrey Combs is. For the slower people, that was the guy who was on Star Trek 43 times. Yeah, so I think all that's bullshit. Here's what I think a nerd is. I think being a nerd is being so excited about something that you want to learn everything about it and share it with your friends. Yeah. That's what being a nerd is. I'm at that age where I'm supposed to have a kid, but I'm pretty scared to have a kid because I'm afraid my kid won't be a nerd. I just picture myself talking to my boyfriend about computers and comic books, and my kid comes over and punches me in the face and is like, nerds! And I'm like, crap, it's just like high school, but this time I can't hit back. So you may not be able to tell, since a bunch of you don't know me that well, I lost 20 pounds for this special. Thank you. It's not that impressive. It was just 2 pounds 10 times. But we all have to start somewhere, right? Yeah, that's where I'm starting from. 2 pounds 10 times. I think the mistake I made was I kept just going for ice cream to celebrate after the 2 pounds. I think that kind of blew the whole thing. Oh, I also heard women shouldn't talk about their weight on stage. Oops. So anyway, one of the things that happens to me if I try to work out to lose weight is I don't lose weight. What happens is I just lose like an inch in my waist. And my friend who's an engineer was trying to be really supportive. And he's like, congrats on your volume loss. I was like, yeah, sweet. Shout out to me for favorably altering my surface area to mass ratio. Yeah, science! I read that you shouldn't even try to lose weight. You should just go by how your clothes fit, which should be looser. And I was like, all right, I've been working out. My pants are tighter. My shirt's looser. Thanks, fitness, for keeping it freaky. Well, I gotta laugh before the punchline. Sweet, I'm on fire. Anyway, yeah. The other thing I read is you can lose weight faster as a woman if you try to work out more like a man. And I was like, okay, I can do this. So I just went to the gym, and I walked around interrupting people's sets. And I was like, hey, can I get your phone number? I lost so much weight, you guys. There's also, of course, I tried a diet. I tried the paleo diet. That's a stupid diet, though. Eat whatever a caveman eats. I'm pretty sure if I went back in time with a bottle of tequila and a bucket of fried chicken, there's not going to be some snobby caveman like, no, I don't want any of that. I'm much happier over here with my handful of bugs in this mud puddle. Thank you. Anyway, I'm inventing a diet. It's where I eat what I eat. Yeah, so that's ridiculous. I tried one of those food diaries for your phone. The categories are really limited. I was like, where do I put whiskey? I put it under snacks. After a while, I was like, I think I snack a lot. And then I thought maybe I'd change it up and get healthy, so I switched it out for tequila sunrises, because, fruit. Fruit. I like exercising. I found a new exercise I'm really excited about, yoga. Not because of the spiritual crap or the stretching. I just like the fact that one of the moves, you lie face down on the floor. Because it used to be, if my friends found me lying face down on the floor, and they were like, hey, what are you doing? I'd have to be like, depression. And now, I could be like, I'm working out. Leave me alone. I haven't invented my own move. It's where I lie face down on the floor while clutching a bottle of whiskey. I call it downtrodden dog. Some sports I don't really get, though, like skydiving. I don't really understand the instructions. They sound kind of useless. They're like, hey, jump. I'm like, was that really necessary? Like, am I going to jump? And they're like, well, if you do it right, some people fly. You're not one of them, sorry. The whole problem I have with skydiving is I feel like my daily mission when I wake up in the morning is to get through the day without dying, right? And when I get to the end of the day and I haven't died, I'm like, good job, gold star, go you. But with skydiving, I feel like they're like, hey, if you're willing to pay us a lot of money, we'll make staying alive more challenging for a whole hour. I'm just kind of like, yeah, no, you can keep that. You could keep that. So I got banned recently from using my neighbor's juicer. He caught me trying to stuff a handful of cheese in it. I was like, I'm not cheating on my liquid diet. I am trying to complete a science experiment. I'm trying to find out if I get back milk. Or a refreshing glass of cheese juice. Either is fine, right? Like, who doesn't, like, that's a diet thing, cheese juice, right? And pretty. I don't know if anybody's seen this. They have diet wine. I'm like, why did you bother? They'll try to, like, get all, like, snooty with it. They're like, it pairs great with your salad. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pour it right on there. Low-fat vinegar, woohoo. So I really like cooking. My favorite kind of food to cook is white people food. Or, as we called it when I was growing up in a small town of only white people, food. Yeah, but my favorite kind of white people food to cook is where I just take food from other people's cultures. And I add cheese. And I'm like, ta-da! You know, with pretty much anything and then claim credit for it, right? Like pasta, that was Italian. You had cheese, now it's macaroni and cheese. Thank you. America. Yeah, my other favorite kind of white people food to cook is mashed potatoes, because they're super easy. Never made them and had someone go, ooh, mashed potatoes, what's in those? I actually had a potluck, and one of my white friends came, and he brought a dish. He's like, try some of my corn with bacon. And I'm like, is that where you took corn and you cooked it with bacon? And he's like, don't steal my recipe. I hate that when it happens with my friends. Like, one of my friends was like, that bitch stole my recipe for grilled chicken on a bed of romaine lettuce with dried cranberries and walnuts. And I was like, maybe give it a title that's not just all the ingredients. I don't even have to try it. I can make that. Yeah. Don't even have to try it. So I think it would have been cool to be a writer like over 1,000 years ago as a job. I feel like the standards would have been way lower, right? Because somebody next to me would be like, hey, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, I'm a writer. And then they'd be like, you know how to write? And I'd be like, yes, this is the easiest job. And they'd be like, so how's your book? And I'm like, oh, you can't read. It's amazing. Totally, really good. And then they're like, so how are they doing? I'm like, I have a bestseller. I sold 1 copy. Only kind. I think it would be cool to even go further back and be a scientist, like 2,000, 3,000 years ago. That would have been awesome. Because being a scientist now, I feel like I have to know stuff. Like if someone's like, hey, how are thunderclouds formed? I'd have to be like, well, it starts with warm air rising. Oh man, could you just Google it? I don't feel like sciencing today. That's why some other scientists admitted Google, go away. And it's embarrassing. But if I was a scientist a long time ago and someone's like, how are thunderstorms made? I could be like, wrath of God, what did you do? It's your fault. Thunderstorms are your fault. Science.